Weil is one of the most important conjunctions in German language. It is one of the first conjunctions that you will study when you start the German A2 course. In this video, I will explain what is weil and when it is used. I will give you different examples using weil, and we will understand different use cases of how to use weil in a normal sentence, with modal verbs, with separable verbs, and with perfect form. So let's get started. Weil in English means because. It is used to give a reason for a statement, and it answers the question of why. For example, if someone asks you, "Why are you tired?" then you will say, "Because I did not sleep." Weil is a subordinate conjunction. A subordinate conjunction is one which connects a Hauptsatz and a Nebensatz. If you don't know what a Hauptsatz and a Nebensatz is, you can take a look at my other video. Now let's take some examples using weil and create some sentences. Warum trinkst du Wasser? Why are you drinking water? You can answer it using weil. Ich trinke Wasser, weil es heiß ist. I am drinking water because it is hot. Let's take another example. Warum bist du müde? Why are you tired? Ich bin müde, weil ich nicht geschlafen habe. I am tired because I did not sleep. So you see that in both these examples, we use weil to give the reason for our action. Now let's see how we can use weil in different use cases and what effect it has on the sentence structure. So let's start with the first case, which is using weil with a full verb or a normal verb. When using weil with a full verb, the full verb will go to the last position. Let's take an example. I will first give you a normal sentence, then we will rewrite it using weil, and then at the end we will make a complete sentence. Ich wohne in Deutschland. I live in Germany. This is the normal sentence. Now let's rewrite it using weil. Weil ich in Deutschland wohne, because I live in Germany. You see how the verb at the second position goes to the end, which in this case was wohne, to live. Now let's form a complete sentence. Ich lerne Deutsch, weil ich in Deutschland wohne. I learn German because I live in Germany. So in this sentence, we have the action and we also have the reason. Now let's take a look at the second use case, which is with modal verbs. When using weil in a sentence which contains a modal verb, for example, sollen, müssen, wollen, dürfen, etc., then the modal verb will go to the last position. So let's take an example. A normal sentence with modal verb is will in Deutschland studieren. He wants to study in Germany. Let's rewrite this sentence with weil. Weil in Deutschland studieren will, because he wants to study in Germany. So you see how the modal verb in this case goes to the last position. Now let's make a complete sentence. Lernt Deutsch, weil in Deutschland studieren will. Now let's take a look at the next use case, which is using weil in a sentence which contains a separable verb, or in German, Trennbare verb. So when we use weil in a sentence which contains a separable verb or Trennbare verb, then the verb will not be separated and it will go to the end in its complete form. So let's take an example. For this example, I will be using the verb aufstehen, which means to get up. So a sentence with aufstehen will be Ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. I get up at 6 o'clock. Using weil. Weil ich 6 Uhr aufstehe. So you see how the verb aufstehen goes to the end in its complete form. Now let's make a complete sentence. Ich gehe früh ins Bett, weil ich 6 Uhr aufstehe. Now let's take a look at an example of weil in a sentence which is in the perfect form. When we use weil in a sentence which is written in the perfect form, then in this case the helping verb, which is sein or haben, which come at the second position, will go to the last position. So let's take an example. Ich habe heute kein Frühstück gemacht. I did not have any breakfast today. Let's rewrite this sentence with weil. Weil ich heute kein Frühstück gemacht habe. Because I did not have any breakfast today. Now let's make a complete sentence. Ich habe Hunger, weil ich heute kein Frühstück gemacht habe. Now let's do a recap of what we have learned. The conjunction while means because in English. It is used to give a reason and it answers the question of why. It is a subordinating conjunction, which means that it connects a Hauptsatz with a Nebensatz. In case of a normal verb, when we use while, then the verb goes to the last position. When we use while with modal verbs, then the modal verb at the second position goes to the last position. In case of Trennbare verbs or separable verbs, the verb goes to the last position in its complete form. When we use while in a sentence which is written in the perfect form, then the helping verb, which is haben or sein, which comes at the second position, goes to the last position. So this was the concept of while. I hope that this video was helpful for you. I will be uploading other videos on my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of these videos. I have also created a workbook for you to practice the concept of while. You can download the workbook from the link in the description below. So thank you very much for watching and have a great day.